Graham is back in town. Graham, how does it feel after 5 years to be back in one of your favourite parts of this racing world?
Well, Brendan, I've got to say this, that after that 5 years period and the 3 or 4 days that I've been here today, it is absolutely overwhelming. It's wonderful to be back here at the top end of Australia. Nothing's changed weather-wise this time of year. You expect it to be around about 30 degrees. It's exactly that, about 29 to 30 degrees. The things that have changed here in the last 5 years since I've been here, the magnificent marquees in the centre of the track, so much work has been done here, and it really is a great thrill to be back here on Carlton and United Darwin Cup Day for the year 2000. And I know it's also a great thrill for my buddy standing to my left, the one and only Greg Miles, who hasn't been here, what is it, for how many years now?
It's 13 years. I couldn't believe it. I had to go through the race results and find Scarvilla. I was shocked to find out that it was back in 1987. So I've seen some enormous changes here as you have. But this stand behind us is just unbelievable. Last time I was here, there was a very, very small room. It was the only little air-conditioned room in the whole place. The whole place here is air-conditioned now. And as you say, the colour of the place with all the marquees and the tents and the centre of the course is full there. 6,000 or 8,000 people out there. That wasn't happening last time I was here, so it's just enormous, the growth of the place. The only thing that hasn't changed here is the track, the oil sump track.
Yeah, the track, yeah. You talk about Scarvilla, that was a sensational protest that day, was it not, that year?
Yes, it was. He was first over the line. I can't think of the horse that he knocked over, Romantic something, I think, but it was a pretty severe bump in the straight, and a lot of people thought that it might have been upheld. It went on for a long, long time. It took about 45 minutes for the protest result to come through. And he retained the race, and he eventually went down to George Hanlon in Melbourne and competed very well on the spring down there.
Over the years, Greg, there's been a lot of great trainers and jockeys that have that have come up from the south. This year is no exception. Bart Cummings is here, by the way. But we also have some other famous interstate jockeys here as well, including the Gouch.
Yes, well, the Gouch has got a terrific record here. He's ridden trebles and had 4 winners on occasions. He's won the Ansett Invitation Stakes 3 times. Hasn't yet won the Cup, but he's got a good book of rides today. We've got Neil Payne, we've got Michael Cale, Dwayne Dunn's over again. So terrific bunch of jockeys that are here competing today.
All right, we'll come back and get a couple of tips from you in just a moment. In the meantime, Brendan, we'll go back to you and we'll return to glorious Fanny Bay in just a few moments' time.
OK, Graham, look forward to some great coverage throughout the afternoon. Greg Miles looking casual and looking like he's really settled in, hasn't he? I'll tell you why he's settled in. It's a lot of fun at Darwin as we take this break. Some colour from
Number 1 at Darwin. Well, we've got jackets on here in Sydney, but we don't need jackets in Darwin. And Graham McNeese is there right now under the magnificent conditions there. Butte Day. Graham, how are you?
I'm top of the world, Nick, thank you. Yes, we have Anne-Marie White with us now. Now, Anne-Marie is a trainer. She's enjoyed terrific success in a short space of time. Nice to meet you, Anne-Marie.
Thank you.
You've only been training, what is it, just over a month?
Actually had my first runners about 6 weeks ago, so yeah, I haven't been training for very long.
And you've had 2 winners over the carnival?
I've had 2 winners over the carnival. I've actually had only 4 runners for 2 winners.
Terrific.
This horse that's in the next race, and a little horse that went round on Wednesday called Ring Cycle.
Yeah, now you're riding you're training Ben Gore Flash in this opening event, and it was very unlucky, I believe, when it finished 6th last time out here.
He was very unlucky. I gave him a really strong chance in the Coleman's Cup last Wednesday, but he got into a lot of trouble at the 900 metre mark, and he probably lost about 10 or 12 lengths in that incident. And he picked himself up and ran on and ran 6th. So Providing the horse backs up, I think he'll go really well in this race today.
And Tim Norton knows him well too, the jockey.
Tim Norton's been riding him all along for me, and he won on the horse here 2 runs back when he won by about 5 lengths. So I'm happy to have Tim riding the horse, yes.
Okay, now prior to that, of course, we were just saying you were a jockey.
Yes.
You had a couple of mishaps which brought about the fact that you went into training, is that right?
Yeah, I did. I had a couple of falls here and seriously injured my shoulder, and then I've been trying to get back riding for the last 12 months, but I had to make the decision, was I going to get back or not? And I couldn't, so now I'm going to throw myself into training and try and make a success of it.
Yeah, and you've got Bengal Flash, which you give a strong chance in race
Yes.
number 1. You won an Oakbank Cup, did you not?
I did, back in about, I think, 89 or something, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, congratulations on your terrific success so far, and may it continue this afternoon to be a wonderful to lead back a winner in a big day like this.
It would be wonderful to train a winner cup day. Thank you.
Okay, nice to meet you,
Thank you.
Anne-Marie.
See you.
Okay. Anne-Marie White, who has Bengal Flash number 6 in this opening event on Carlton United Darwin Cup Day for the year 2000, and the runners are at the barrier stalls.
Thank you, Graham. Yes, we'll get back to Darwin in a few moments' time, but right now let's look at Warwick Farm, race 2 due in 12. And number 2 is Blue Cheetah at $3.80 here in this first event. Dreaming On is showing, that was some time ago, in fact, on the 1st of May. It's had 2 starts since, the top weight, running 9th and 7th, both at Fanny Bay in a Class 6, and it's down a couple of grades today. It's showing at $2.50. 6.10 for number 2, Miss Bayview. And Miss Bayview won its previous 3 starts before it ran second at Fanny Bay. Miss Bayview is trained on the track. It's showing at $6.10. Number 3, Forever Jude, is P. Denton at $12. He rides very well, does Paul Denton, one of the locals. $4.90 for number 4, Turbo Gold. 16 for Auto de Monde. And then we go to Copper Plate at 16. Switch By is at $11. I think actually P. Denton might be a Alice Springs rider, but certainly does travel to Darwin and Alice Springs. He's a terrific rider, is P. Denton. And the favourite here is number 1, Pub Sharp, and it's showing at $2.40. Every time this year, or every time this time of the year, we take you to Darwin, and Mick Stumbles is our race caller there. It's a pretty long campaign for Mick, and he normally stands up pretty well to it, as we take it to him now for the call of race 1 from Darwin.
And we're waiting for Turbo Gold to get ready. Bengal Flash is still away, standing back with Copper Plate or Tour de Monde and Miss Bayview, who's been in very good form. She ran second to Anley in the Rose Bowl. Bengal Flash didn't have much luck last start in the Commons Cup. Turbo Gold's been racing well. He's about to move in. He just keeps turning side on at the last moment. Switch By standing back up in class today. A pretty impressive last start. Switch By, whether he can back up or not, we'll find out very shortly. The attendants are concentrating on Turbo Gold at the moment. He's the one that's making it a little difficult for them. Running in the first. No scratchings. Turbo Gold is ready now. Copper Plate coming up. Copper Plate joins the Tour de Monde. Comes along next, then Bengal Flash. And then we'll have Miss Bayview and Switch By to complete the line. Bengal Flash ready. Switch By about to come up. And Miss Bayview, she'll be the last for the TIO Class 4, Race 1 on Cup Day. Just about set. Starter coming around to release them for the first event today. Light is on, track cleared in front, and they're ready to run. Racing. Forever Jude out nicely. Turbo Gold was slow, he's back last early. Also showing good speed shortly after the jump. Pub Sharp, he's darted through and gone to the front by about a head or two of them on. They're going very quickly up front. Bengal Flash quickly got to third. A length to Switch By, a little deep. Forever Jude dropping back. Passed by Miss Bayview from Copper Plate and Turbo Gold. Can't keep in touch at the moment. He's 2 lengths back at the tail of the field. Down to the 600-metre point, Tour de Mon poked his nose in front of Pub Sharp, immediately under pressure. Bengal Flash travelling smoothly in 3rd spot, coming around the pair in front. 3 lengths away to switch by Copper Plate, running home well from Miss Bayview. Turbo Gold starting to get a move on now, and Forever Due to long last into the home stretch. Bengal Flash whipped up on the outside of Tour de Mon and rushed to the front. Bengal Flash comes down to the 200, 3/4 of a length. Tour de Mon, Copper Plate, Turbo Gold to the outside, running home well. Further back, switch by Bengal Flash in front. Turbo Gold trying hard to pick him up. Bengal Flash getting a little tired, but not tired enough. Bengal Flash punched out, won by a length and a half over the heavily backed Turbo Gold. 4 lengths away, 3rd Copper Plate, then switch by. There's a break of 10 lengths to Tour de Mon, the long way back, Miss Bayview, and last home in the TIO Class 4 was Pub Sharp. Number 6, Bengal Flash, the winner of the first, ridden by Timmy Norton. Very good run the other day in the Coleman's Cup. He got poleaxed when running 4th about 300 or 400 metres after the start, lost about 8 lengths and raced home well to run 6th on that occasion. It was a very good run, and with no weight on his back today, he's been too good. He's a 5-year-old brown gelding by Bengal Fire out of our Zoffany, and by M and T Underwood, A Hannon, K Brown, R Carlson and B Reeves, and trained by Anne-Marie White, ridden by Tim Norton. Anne-Marie White has not had a trainer's licence for all that long, but she won a race with Bengal Flash back on the 19th of July. It was her first winner as a trainer, and he's got the money again today. Number 4 will be second, Turbo Gold, ridden by Brett Marshall, and we're standing by for 3rd. Time quite quick, 63.61. 63.61. 6, Bengal Flash, Tim Norton first. 4, Turbo Gold, Brett Marshall second. Number 7 is 3rd, Copper Plate, ridden by Stephen Burrows. He was no match for the first 2. Officially 4th was number 2, Miss Bayview. Or was that number 8? I think number 8 has run 4th, switch by. And 5th is number 5, Tour de Mon.
Well, that is one of the most magnificent shots you'll ever want to see. Anne-Marie White. She used to be a rider. She's now the trainer of that horse, and isn't that absolutely magnificent footage that we're able to capture there of that winning rider, or rather the winning trainer there, Anne-Marie White. Fantastic stuff. 6, 4 and 7. These Queensland dividends coming through at Darwin. 1890 and 458 was the trifecta there on the first event from Darwin. Congratulations to all concerned there. I hope you're able to get on there. Bengal Flash. Graham McNeese spoke to Anne-Marie White prior to that race. Tim Norton, the rider, and Bengal Flash now, even though it came from gate number 6, which was one of the outside gates there, was able to cruise up behind them on the outside, coming home pretty well, and has now had 24 starts for 4 wins. And well done to Anne-Marie White there, training out of Darwin these days. All right, now race 2, number 1 is a scratching on type at Warwick Farm. Number 2 is Blue Cheetah at $3 here for Kevin Moses, $3.90 for number 3, Dreaming On. 12 for Freitas, Pratt's Miss 12, $4.90 for number 6, Promissory Note, Chris Munster ride. $10 Magic Ruby, Kim's Conquest, 46. Match Point is showing at 26 and Glorious Glory at 14 to 1. That's for race 2 at Warwick Farm. 3-year-old fillies restricted to 1 Metropolitan Win, and that race coming up in a few moments' time. All right, folks, now we're going to take you back to Darwin now and see what Greg Miles likes on this big day of racing at Darwin.
Greg, you've been out and about and you've been able to come up with, we hope, a few winners.
Well, I hope so. Certainly I've been scouting around and trying to get the right sort of mail for our viewers, and I think we might have found a couple of winners with an ounce of luck. In the second race, I'm told Chalet's Magic, they scratched it from the Palmerston to run here. The distance of the Palmerston might have been a shade too long. 1,000 metres is ideal. And Nev Connor from Alice Springs is just, is a whiz. He's a leading trainer over the carnival here, and he's got a terrific, you could do a lot worse than just follow Nev right through the day, and this might be the best of his. So Chalet's Magic, race 2, horse 2. Race 5, good tip for Froze. Darren Gauci picked up the ride said yesterday, he knows the horse well from down in Melbourne. It was an ex-John Hawkes horse. Fantastic gate speed, jumps and runs. It'll probably try and lead all the way. So stick with the Gouch, who knows how to ride a winner here. So race 5, number 2. And apparently Sporting has done very well, the Barbara Joseph horse, the Wagga Cup winner, and he's cherry ripe for the Cup. So in race 9, number 2.
It attracted the biggest money, I think, in the Calcutta yesterday.
Yes, it was the second bid. Somebody stepped up and just said 5,000, and it was the old Tommy Smith one, you know, blow him out of the water first up, and it got the money, yeah.
And Barbara's well represented. She's got 2 in it. The other one, of course, being McJoey.
Yeah, McJoey, apparently there's a good tip around for it, but I've heard Barbara speak at a couple of functions through the week, and there's no doubt in my mind she's leaning towards Sporting as better of her chances.
Isn't it great to be back?
It is just fantastic. I can't wait for things to get underway here.
There he is, the one and only Greg Miles, live from Fanny Bay in Darwin. We'll go back to the studio.
OK, now let's look at Warwick Farm now. And
Well, understandably, I'm with a delight, an ecstatic, in fact, Anne-Marie White. How about that?
That was just wonderful. Just so good to see that horse bounce back from Wednesday, and to win it so convincingly. We were beside ourselves. Getting to the 300, Timmy just rode the horse exactly how I wanted, and it just worked out beautiful. From the 300, I just thought, this is us.
He was really travelling sweetly coming to the home turn, wasn't he?
He was travelling very well coming to the home turn, and the horses behind him weren't travelling that well. And it was just great to see the horse bounce back. And for the syndicate of girls, the Flash Chicks, go girls, it was great.
They were over the moon, weren't they?
They were ecstatic.
Yeah.
You know, this is their first horse in racing, so they've had 2 wins from 4 starts with him.
And a terrific thrill for you in such a short space of time. Here you won a race like this on Darwin's big day out.
It's better than I ever imagined. I just wanted to try and make a go of it and just try and be successful, and to have 3 winners over the carnival, and especially one Cup Day, was just fantastic.
Anne-Marie, may the force continue to be with you. Lovely to meet you, and congratulations.
Thanks very much.
There we are, very ecstatic. Anne-Marie White, and the connections are very ecstatic after their success in the first race on Darwin Cup Day for the year 2000.
I tell you what, that just makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it, when you see those owners there and the trainer all huddled together there, just cheering that horse on into the home straight. It was a wonderful win, a great opening moment for Darwin. All right, speaking of owners, trainers and the like, there's Glenn Boss, who's a rider. Get back to Darwin now. Graham McNeice catching up with Troy Walsh.
Troy Walsh is the former Perth jockey. He has some interesting rides here today, particularly in the event coming up, the Wolf Glass Lightning Plate. You're aboard Blazer, which was rather disappointing on Saturday in the Palmerston Sprint. Any excuses, Troy?
He sort of jumped with them and then just got a little bit tight for him after about 200. And they ran the first 400 in about 21.9, they clocked it. So sort of to get squeezed at that point, it sort of makes it a bit hard to chase. And, yeah, he sort of spattered a little bit, but the win prior to that was quite good.
Yeah. OK, and the opposition this afternoon, possibly weaker than the Palmerston Sprint, although there's an interesting run here in this by the name of Chalet's Magic.
Yeah, Chalet's Magic. He ran. He's got one of the track record here a couple of years ago. He ran second the other day to Razzmatazz. So he'll be pretty hard to beat. Okay. There's a lot of pace in the race, but hopefully Blaze will bounce back.
You've got a good chance in race number 4, the Chairman's Handicap, in the shape of Magic Weasel.
Yeah, Magic Weasel, he's quite a good sort of a horse. When he does put in, he's very hard to beat. There's a lot of scratchings in that race, so hopefully he'll bounce over him.
OK. Now, what else have you got coming up for the day apart? We'll come to Sporting in just a few moments. I know you're on Sioux Street.
Sioux Street, yeah. He won the Guineas 2 starts ago, and he probably wasn't suited by the 2000, although we did go a little bit hard in front. But he should go right today, coming back to the mile. He's been freshened up.
OK, now you've got a great ride in the Darwin Cup in the shape of Sporting, and it fetched the top price at the Calcutta yesterday of 5,000. Tell us about Sporting's chances from your point of view.
I think he's got a very good chance today. He's a very exciting horse to ride, the way that he gets home. He was probably a little bit unlucky to win last start. He missed the kick a little bit, but no, I rate him a very good chance today, and all going well, he should nearly win.
OK, nicely drawn too.
Yeah, no, he's drawn in the middle. He'll get back, so it won't really suit him that much, but he won't be as far back as what he has been, I hope.
OK. And the 2,000 metres?
Yeah, no, well, naturally, he won the Wagga Cup, and you know, he's a class horse, so hopefully class will get him through.
Class trainer too.
Yeah, Mrs. Jones, she's a wonderful lady, and looked after me and that while I've been here, so it's been great. So hopefully we can winner.
Okay, well, Blazer coming up for you in race number 2. Very nice to catch up with you, Troy, and all the best for the last day, the big day of the Darwin Cup Carnival.
No worries, thanks a lot.
Okay, there he is, Troy Walsh, who's to ride Blazer in the upcoming event, but more importantly in the Darwin Cup. He's aboard Sporting.
Carrying those colours there of the yellow with the red diamond. Thanks, Graham. Now, race 1 at Rockhampton. Well, here he is, Graham McNeese back at Darwin.
Yes, in a few moments' time, I'm going to be speaking to Suzette Lamshed from Ansett. But we're very fortunate to get the jockey, one of the strong chances in this upcoming event. I refer to Ben Cornell. He's riding Chalet's Magic. Nice to meet you, Ben.
Yes. Thank you, Graham.
Now, you were on this Chalet's Magic. He was scratched the other day with this race in view. Am I right in saying that?
Yes, he got scratched last year. Same principle to save him for this race. He is a 1100 metre, 1,000 metre specialist. So, yeah, he's been saved promptly for this race.
His form has been very good going into this race.
His form is exceptional for this race. He holds the 1100 metre track record here. So we're expecting him to run a bold race.
Right, OK. What other mounts have you got for the day?
I've got King's Choice in race 4, another strong chance at the Nev Connor stable.
Yeah. He's a good trainer, isn't he?
Very astute trainer.
Yeah.
Nev is very astute. He had a big team in work in the Alistair, and he always does well when he comes to the to Darwin. He's a very good man to ride for.
Yep.
Always get the winners.
OK, so you've got that galloper. That's King's
Choice.
King's Choice in race 4. What else?
I've got Knock On in the Invitation.
Yeah.
He has to ride as good a chance as anything else.
Knock On.
Knock On.
OK.
Yellow Card in race 7. And Old Sundance Kid in the Cup.
Old Sundance Kid in the Cup. What do you rate Sundance Kid's chances today?
Well, he's a 10-year-old, but no one's told him that yet.
No.
So his form's been pretty good this time in. So he's ran second in it 2 years ago. So a bit of luck goes our way.
Yeah.
No, well, as I said, he ran second in it 2 years ago. So a bit of luck will be in the money somewhere.
But this is one of your better chances for the day. Coming up in race number 2, Chalet's Magic.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice to meet you, Ben.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. All right, there you have it. Ben Cornell, who's to ride Chalet's Magic, and also Sundance Kid later in the day in the Darwin Cup.
Well done, thank you, Graham. OK, now they're moving in at Hamilton for race number 3 on the card, and Monzig number 5 showing at $3.60. Lady Wakefield at $3.80. Then we've got 6.40 Go Pippa. Mel Pens at $9.30. Harada 11. And in arms at 18 to 1 for race number 3 coming through from Hamilton, moving in quite well. Darwin race 2, number 1 is Blazer at $6.40 for Troy Walsh, $3.10 for Chalet's Magic, Dr. Harry showing at $7.90, 17 Alaskan Lad, El Comber at $4.90, Implicit 15, $6.40 for number 8 Radical Mover, 23 So Sweet and St Millie at 20 for race number 2. Here is Hamilton race number 3, Darwin.
Good on you. Thank you very much, Nick. Your next race here today is the Wolf Blast Lightning Plate. Let me tell you, they wouldn't start Darwin Cup Day without the presence of this man, one of Australia's leading winemakers, Wolf Blast. Yes, lovely to catch up with you.
Yes, Graham, it's 17 years in a row. Yeah, 15 years we're sponsoring the Wolf Blast Wines Lightning Stakes. And as far as I'm concerned, as long people enjoying the good things what the wine industry is providing, I'm exceptionally happy about this.
And what isn't the wine industry?
The export is absolutely
getting bigger and bigger.
It's the sixth biggest export earner for Australia, and we are going from strength to strength with a 20% increase each year. Right. So we have achieved what probably nobody expected us to do 5 years ago.
Yeah. Wolf, you've over the years enjoyed tremendous success as an owner, bringing many of your horses up here. In fact, you've left a number of horses up here that have gone on to bigger and better things.
Yes, I mean, I left Balmoral Keep here. He won 3 Minister Cups. I had Corregidor, who won $180,000 after. I had some other smaller horses here in a smaller grading that broke records, and I just won a race on Saturday, the Jim Beam handicap, and this horse is for sale. It's called Dashing Dancer. I haven't heard any offers yet, but most of the time I think they're going to be pretty well priced.
I've got a few bob in my pocket. I might make an offer.
We may do something.
And you like something in this race, the Wolf Blast Lightning?
Yes.
You're very keen on, is it El Comber?
El Comber. I thought it's pretty well weighted. Darren Gauchi's riding it. Excellent barrier. 4 to 1, excellent chance to probably get a trophy today.
Okay. Thanks on behalf of everyone here at Darwin for your ongoing support, Wolf. And it's always great to catch up with you, mate.
It's good to be up here.
Good on you,
and
mate.
Always one day good, the next day's better.
Exactly right. Good on you, Wolf.
Thank you, Graham.
Okay, there he is, the legendary Wolf Blast. Nick.
Great attitude on life, doesn't he? Thank you very much, Graham. And all punters, I guess, should have that philosophy. Today is good, the next day is going to be better. I guess that's what we should all do. Race 3 Warwick Farm, let's look at it. Shamrocks at $2.70, 16 Raffler, Full Sar at $4.20, 15 Bracing Rhythm, South Card.